Hello there again my friends, this is the boy and his dog, and welcome to the channel where I play and review every game released on the Evercade, old and new. In today's video we take a deeper butchers of the second game of the month, Thunderpaw. Let's get started. Thunderpaw hears an explosion and races home to find his house wrecked and his parents gone. Now the brave pup must adventure across many lands, defeating all the enemies in his path and try to rescue his parents. Thunderpaw is an indie run-and-gun platformer developed by PSCD Games and originally released in 2019. Although the original was built for modern systems, this version was ported to a classic 16-bit console. Of course, we've already had a few titles from PSCD Games, namely the awesome Foxyland and enjoyable puzzlers Decked and Alien Cat 2, so I was excited to get stuck into this title. The game is split into worlds, each with a groovy little map to work around, and I do love a good map. Each world has its own theme and consists of 4 levels and a boss. The primary aim of each level is to kill every enemy. There is a counter in the top right that tells you how you're doing. Once all enemies are defeated, the exit will open. There are also secondary objectives of finding and collecting all bones on a stage and finding the hidden canister, which isn't that hidden most of the time. 100 bones will net you an extra life, and collecting all 4 canisters in a world will gain you an extra continue, which is handy when you're doing a no save state run. The game's controls are simple. D-pad to run about, B to shoot and A to jump. Weapons can be changed with the shoulder button, which isn't what the controls were stated on the game's boot up screen, but it works perfectly, so it's fine. You begin with a single weapon that can be powered up by collecting crystals dropped by defeated enemies. This builds up a bar on the top left so you can see your progress. Word of warning, if you're hit by an enemy, you will lose some crystals and power down. Eventually, as you work through the stages, you'll gain extra weapons, including a very handy bouncing ball type weapon and another that has a specific hit range, but is a power shot if you time it right, especially against enemies with shields. What's also great is each weapon has its own upgrade, so even if you get hit and lose power with one weapon, it doesn't affect the others, so you can quickly switch to an alternative until you can power the weaker one up again. There are a fair few enemy types to keep things interesting, some tough buggers that take a fair few shots, jumping buggers that are best dealt with from a distance, preferably from above using the bouncing weapon, and cats you have to time jumping out the way of bullets before you can get a few of your own in. Now, what's a really cool addition, I thought, was the recoil when you shoot your weapons. Every shot will push you slightly back. This adds weight to the attack and also means you have to think about your position on platforms, etc., as you could easily fall to your doom if you're not thinking about it. The stages themselves are what ultimately add complexities to these reoccurring enemies. Sometimes the layout makes you have to think a bit before attacking. Even though the stages are relatively small play boxes, the way items and enemies are placed means you'll be traversing all around and going back on yourself quite a bit if you want 100% everything. The snow theme world even adds strong winds that can blow left or right or go still, meaning you have to time both long jumps over chasms and short jumps across platforms. Timing wrong and you won't be able to reach the other ledge or fly straight over a platform you wanted to land on, both equally making you plummet to your death. The bosses at the end of each world are also pretty neat. A couple will take a fair few tries until you learn their attack patterns, but once you do, they're all fun to defeat. There are 3 difficulties to play through to extend playtime, with the rather lovely and extremely retro cheekiness of "Congratulations, now try to beat the game on the next difficulty level," with no actual ending if you play through on normal. And that's about it, but it's enough. I really enjoyed my time with this title. The pixel style is lovely and the soundtrack is great. It's easy to pick up and play, but the further you go, more thought is needed to clear a stage. Another great indie title from the Game of the Month service, that's 2 for 2. It looks like we've got another awesome Indie Heroes collection on our hands. I'm very excited to see what's next with Game of the Month. And if you've made it here to the end of the video, thanks ever so much for joining me. Leave a thumbs up or comment if you'd like. Either way, I'm just chuffed you poked your head in to take a gander. As always, I hope you're having an awesome day, my friends. And until next time, be seeing you.